Well, I think it's time. Let's give it to them. Hey, what's going on guys, VisionBricks here and I'm back again with another video. But this isn't just any type of video because it's a mock video and man does that feel good to say. I know it's been a while since I've done one of these, you guys have been messaging me a lot and asking me when mocks would return, and I'm happy to tell you all that they're back. I recently just got filled up with a bunch of creativity and inspiration, and now I feel like I'm back into the swing of things. Now today's mock is actually important to the channel because not only does it mark the first mock in a while, but this is also the very first video that will be kicking off my brand new series here on the channel, LEGO Alien. A while ago I teased that I would be starting this series and it's finally coming into fruition, which is super exciting. In this series you guys can expect to see all sorts of stuff ranging from mocks, custom minifigure reviews, and even tutorials on how to build certain things showcased in the builds. Now for the first mock in this series I decided to recreate a scene or location that is pretty important to the first film in the franchise, the Nostromo Corridor. Or at least one of them. There are actually several corridors throughout the Nostromo that vary in style. For those of you who don't know what the Nostromo is, it's the name of the ship in the first Alien movie and it's the main location where all the events take place for Ripley and the other crew members. The reason why this particular location is important, or at least what I deem as important, is that this is where you get to watch Ripley navigate her way to the escape shuttle before Mother's self-destruction sequence is complete and the Nostromo is destroyed. The scene is also quite intense because you get to see Ripley running frantically while having to hear the remaining crew members suffer at the hands of the Xenomorph. Now instead of trying to make something super big, I chose to just recreate a slice of the corridor instead so that I could pack as much detail as possible, and I think it turned out very well. When looking at images for reference, I needed to make sure I included key details like the grate along the floor and wall, the piping, and the comms access panel. I also connected these black rubber tubes at both ends of the wall for that extra bit of detail that was needed. I definitely think that out of all the techniques for this build, the wall grate is my favorite, but it was also pretty difficult to design during the building phase. In the real corridor you can see through the grates, but in order for me to translate that in LEGO form, I needed to make sure each of the grill pieces connected while making sure the grate's complete design was still somewhat transparent. As for the floor grate, I used quite a few of 1x1 trans red plates to help bring out that reddish tone you get to see in this reference image. Obviously dark red grill pieces would have probably looked better, but nonetheless I love the effect this gives, especially since I only made use of the parts in my collection. For the comms access panel, I made use of these tiles with special details on them because I felt like it really gave that sci-fi feel. A lot of you guys wanted me to include some sort of Easter egg in the build that had relation to the Alien franchise, so that's exactly what I did. The piping is connected to Technic pins in a way that allows me to have them at an angle. When angling the top piping downward, a spear drops down, which is a reference to the film series Predator. Back in 2004 and 2007, the Xenomorph had a run-in with a fellow lethal hunter known as the Predator, and seeing how similar they are, I figured this would be a perfect choice for an Easter egg. Speaking of the Xenomorph, I actually included it into this build, and I think it looks absolutely gorgeous even though the Xenomorph is quite an ugly looking creature. I do want to give a huge thanks to a viewer of mine named Alex, because during one of my Saturday streams he recommended that I work on the Xenomorph design instead of finishing up the corridor, and I was able to get an impressive amount of progress done on it. I really love how this design turned out because it captures the look of the real Xenomorph very well and looks pretty accurate in my opinion. The build of the Xeno is slightly fragile, but it's totally fine since it meant I was able to get the tail to curve and have the knees bent. Of course, if you have a Xenomorph, you'll need someone to battle or run away from it, of course, so I included this custom Ripley minifigure from minifigs.me. I actually did review this figure along with a couple of others they sent to me, so feel free to check that out after this video. For Ripley, I decided to create a brick-built flamethrower for her, just like the one she has in this scene. I also made other designs in Bricklink Studio, and after a poll, this design seemed to be the one you guys liked most. To add the final touches, I added Jones the cat to go along with Ripley. Overall, I really had a great time building this mock, and I really enjoyed the whole process and experience of building, because like I said, it's been a while since I've done this and it just feels good to be back. And I do want to give a huge shout out to one of my viewers by the name of Caleb, because just recently he purchased the digital instructions for my Peter's Apartment MOC from Spider-Man PS4, and I just really do appreciate your support, man. Just know that your support is going right back into the channel and is going to allow me to make even more and better content for all of you guys, which I truly do have a passion for. And also do keep in mind that the instructions for the Ronin sword from Avengers Endgame will be available pretty soon. I just wanted to make sure that I got this video done because I really wanted to kick off the series, and I was really excited to show you guys this MOC and how it turned out and everything like that. I also already have 3 more videos planned out for this series, so if you guys enjoyed this video and are really looking forward to more videos for the Alien series, definitely stay tuned for those videos when they release. I'm going to be working on those throughout these upcoming weeks and getting them out to you guys soon, so definitely stay tuned. With that being said, I'm VisionBricks. Remember to always think outside the box, and I'll catch you all later. Peace out. Hey Siri, FaceTime Jack.
Making a FaceTime call to Jack Davis.
Hello there, sir.
Hey Kirk, what's up?
So I have a question. I know you've been, paying attention to the whole series and everything. You've been caught up with what I've been working on. But have you actually seen any of the movies?
Alien movies? Me? What kind of question is that, Kirk?
Okay.
Of course I've seen the movies.
Okay. Then who's Ripley?
A girl.
Okay, then what's Ash's true identity in the first film?
He's the alien.
Get off my phone. Just get off my phone.